When I was at Lionsgate as an executive and the Roths first brought me Borderlands as an opportunity for us to develop as a movie, I knew it was a great idea and I wanted to pick it up and develop it on behalf of the studio. When I was leaving Lionsgate and I was setting up my company, Picture Start, our company was built on one motto, which is discovery of voice. And the ethos of the company is stories about people who are figuring out who they are, what they're about, where they fit in, and what they stand for. So when I approached the Roths and I asked Lionsgate if I could come and join this movie as a producer, as now part of the producing team, not just the executive team, it's because Borderlands checked that box. It was discovery of voice in every essence of its DNA, of its creative DNA. People figuring out who they are, what they're about, where they fit in, and what they stand for. And at the same time, it's about the passion and discovery of voice, of the characters and the voice of the talent. And that is completely emblematic and seen in Eli Roth and Cate Blanchett and Ariana and Jack Black and Kevin Hart. And all these actors are coming together in unique and distinctive ways under Eli's vision to try and create an amazing adventure that's going to delight audiences around the world. Eli's whole career has almost in a weird way led to this moment. And I think that if you look at his filmography, both as a director, as a writer, as an actor, as a producer, as a personality, as a bon vivant, as a film lover, everything has prepared him for this moment, and he's doing this at the right time in his life. I think that at any other time in his life, I don't know that we would be getting the Borderlands that we're lucky to be getting from Eli. And I think that all that experience, he's a seasoned professional. He's a director who knows his craft at this point and who has played around with different genres, who has worked with different actors, who is someone who has made Hostel and has made A House with the Clock Within Its Walls. And that kind of filmmaker, that arc and that life experience is what prepared him for exactly this moment of making this movie at this time with these cast of characters. And so you always are looking for that, like what's that magic kind of timing of chemistry of the right person at the right time and the right place in their life. And that definitely is Eli right now for Borderlands. Halfway through the script, she was like, okay, I'm in. Like she just kind of got it. She understood what the concept was. She understood the role. She understood the journey, and she understood Eli. She knew who Eli was taking her on this trip. And Eli said, I think she's in. And sure enough, she was. Well, Jack, I mean, if you're thinking about who's going to do the voice of Claptrap and you think who's one of the great, most gifted voice actors around, I think that Jack is probably at the top, or if not the number one candidate for that. And also was one of those great things where, the great thing about Eli is, I mean, you pointed out that both Cate and Jack are repeat offenders in the Eli Roth universe, and you see it, working with Eli, seeing him on set, who doesn't want to sign up for the next mission? I think what's so great about Kevin Hart taking on Roland is one that Kevin Hart just in general he's unbelievably talented, he's incredibly funny, but I think one of the great things about him, and one of the things that honestly you need to be if you're going to be a star at Kevin Hart's caliber is you care about him. Audiences care about Kevin, and they care about seeing him in film after film or show after show or whatever, or stand-up special after stand-up special, because they want to go on that journey with him. And that I think is really important. That is what we needed for this character of Roland. We needed to have someone who immediately drew you in, was sympathetic, someone that you cared about, and that you wanted this family to form, our Borderlands family, you wanted it to come together. So again, like thinking about Cate playing Lilith, it sets that bar so high. So who's going to be part of her family? Who do you want to be part of that clan? And I think for someone like Kevin, he is so magnetic, so charismatic. He brings so much charm. Jamie Lee was our dream for this character of Tanis. That was kind of, again, this is the ideal, We're willing to accept less than ideal because that's often what happens in movie making. But you know what? At this point, let's go for our dream shot. Why not? So we reached out to Jamie Lee, and from I think that she basically was told it's a movie called Borderlands, directed by Eli Roth, and it stars Cate Blanchett and Kevin Hart. And she just said, "Okay, I'm in." And that was it. And then she read the material, and of course, she was officially in. She had not been on my radar until I saw her audition, and it was a self-tape that she did, and she just had an amazing personality and caught your attention right off that. But she knew, more importantly, once she caught your attention, she knew what to do with it. So she began with a sort of literally a stunt to grab the audience, which was me, Ari, the studio, and Eli, and then she kept it with a really kind of very soulful and authentic read. And then once Eli was able to have a session working with her, it was just very interesting to see that she brought variations in her performance, which is also, for a younger actress, it's very impressive to see that. I think that if you don't know Borderlands the game, and if you're a fan of Kevin Hart, if you're a fan of Jack Black, if you're a fan of Cate Blanchett, of Jamie Lee Curtis, or even if you just are a fan of adventures and movies, you're gonna have so much fun with Borderlands, and it's gonna be, I think, even more exciting to you because the different landscapes that you go through in Pandora and the different adventures that they have are wildly unexpected. And it's not like anything else. It's not like any other comic book. It's not like any other sci-fi extravaganza that you've seen on streaming or in a theater before. It's truly distinct and to itself, and it feels wildly, wildly original. So for you, that movie-going fan from wherever in the world that's coming to see Borderlands, I can't wait to see the movie through your eyes and through the person who has played thousands of hours of Borderlands. I can't wait to see Borderlands through your eyes. And that is the experience that we're trying to create for both of those groups.